Welcome back to the Kobolds Playground, Season 3. My name's Max. And as you can see, I haven't really done much in terms of changing out the grass for concrete, except for like one strip. Basically, I want to go for green, just make it look somewhat natural. Problem is, green is kind of hard to get. Had to travel around for a long time to get all this cactus. And that's when I realized I'm gonna need to try and get all the colors. Or at least I need to make a factory for the colors that I want to go for, at least. White is not gonna be a hard one to get. I mean, it's literally just bones, which, I mean, with the amount of skeletons I've seen, not really hard to get. But I do need the green, so I need to get the cactus farm up and running. Red and yellow as well. I mean, red I kind of don't need. I have that the iron farm for that. Oh, wild rice. I didn't realize there was wild rice right next to the base. Yeah, anyway, let me just start with making some hopper pots. So I can actually start with getting the dye colors. Where do I have the clay? There I do. You know, when I started this, I thought this was gonna be faster. Then I remembered it's not the old hopper pots where they are super quick. But, this is passive getting cactus, which is faster than those ones out there. So I'll stick to it for now. Anyway, it's only the one. But what I basically want to do is try and... Oh, cactus wood. But you can't really use for anything. Alright. Cactus patch, that's this quark. Is there anything you really need it for? No. Well, I mean... Biofuel. Oh, enrichment chamber makes 2. I should keep that in mind. Oh, pigment extractor. Yes, I think I'm gonna do that. So, new plan. Okay, new plan. I'm gonna make an area where I'm gonna be working on making paint. Ooh, that's an expensive. um, color module unit. That's not important for now. Oh boy, that's also really expensive. Anyway, yeah, gonna work on a pigment extractor and a painting machine. That way I can at least make, well, at least then I can recolor stuff. So I guess I'm gonna have to dig out a little bit more of an area here. I also need to check like the amount of colors I can extract from stuff. Well, the amount of colors I can get. I mean, aqua. Okay, so I guess all of the colors of the all colors are capable of being extracted. Got it. So yeah, let me make enough for every single color. That's gonna be 2, 4, 6. It's gonna be 18 of these that I need. Okay. Do I have a sign somewhere so I can write it down? Of course not. I've started the process of at least making one pigment extractor. And then I had to remind myself that I have been upgrading the smelter, well, the processing factory here. So basically I turned all of the basic blocks into factories, which as you can see gives me 3 slots of each. Haven't done the chemical injection chamber just yet, didn't think it was really necessary. It's just to help whenever I... This makes it so that I don't need to make a second smelter or a second enrichment chamber. I can do 3 different things at the same time. Or I can, process 3 stacks at the same time. But it would be really handy and would help speed up the process. And also do this. So let me just continue working on the pigment extractor. All I still need is some glass. And I've been slowly pilfering this beach here, so I'm not gonna have much of a beach left. Good to see that the cactus is at least somewhat growing, There. What else? Oh, right, I still need the basic circuits. Let's go over to my storage system, where I have another improvement. The ME crafting table. So this is just an improved version of the terminal, where you now also have a crafting grid. There, steel casing. I don't have basic control units. I don't have them put into the system just yet. Right. Do I have them here? I don't have basic control units. Okay. I'm a little bit disappointed in myself with that. I thought that I would at least have some stuff ready. That's all we need. And there we go. The pigment extractor. So yeah, all I need to do is throw in materials here and that will make me the pigment I need. But before I continue working with this, I'm gonna need to build a place, well, a pigment factory. And that's basically what I want to do here. So yeah, let me just continue opening up the area. And probably also start already a little bit with building the pigment factory. It's not going to be like the one in season 1, where I just have an entire island all based around flower farming. Oh, that was a fun build to do. Look at that. Pigment extractor, painting machine. Now all I need to do is figure out which of these blocks which of these tubes I need. Really? A pressurized tube. So pigments are gas then, I guess. Okay. Um, I just need to get a little bit of NG going. Already love that I already built all this. Oh, what? Oh, oops. So yeah, basically same as with the giant tower. It's just a simple walk in through door. I have figured out that they are not actually as safe as I thought, given that mobs can actually open them. But yeah, well, I still love them. I think they just add that tech feel to the door. And I guess it's now up to me to actually ensure the safety of my perimeter by lighting everything up. And hey, that's what this is for, the pigment stuff. Because I want to also basically... Uh, I work with this stuff and I don't keep getting the same concrete. I want to concrete up the entire area. So anyway, painting machine, you just... Well, you throw in the pigment, you throw in an item, and it paints the item dead. Really neat little thing. Of course, it is only white. I still need to make it for all the other colors. Oh, I turned it off. There. So yeah, make it for all the colors. I also figured out that the... Well, two colors, like dark red, cannot be made using the pigment extractor. So for those, I'm gonna need to make black pigment, red pigment, and then put it in a mixer, which is really expensive for something that's just a mixer. I don't know how I feel about the pigment mixer being that expensive, but oh well. Anyway, I'm just gonna continue working on gathering more materials and making more extractors, body colors, and also making more pressurized tubes to actually make the pigment and put it in the painting machine. I didn't need to use the door there. I just did because I love that door. Okay, so here we have our row of colors. Only had enough to make two paint machines. We'll start working soon on the other ones, but for now, you know. Right. Um, got all the baseline colors, so white, green, blue, yellow, red. Technically, green is not the baseline color, but well, of all the available pigments, green is pretty easy to get, you know, so doesn't really matter much. I also have black. Now, that requires a wither rose, which technically I should not be able to have right now. Basically, I spawned it in. I didn't feel like fighting a wither, waiting for it to kill a mob so that it would drop a wither rose. So, yeah. And here we have our black pigment. Ooh. So now I still have to do the same thing on this side for maybe brown pigment, which is cocoa beans, which are also easy to get. And then we get to stuff like dark red, which requires a pigment mixer, which, again, just really expensive. And at the moment, I'm not really able to craft them right now. Or at least I need to set up the Heyday PE material stuff. So that's all gonna be for another time. And I'm just gonna focus on continuing the build I have here. I might just have to increase the range because again, it's 18 colors, 3 on either side. I currently only have 6 on this side, so I need 3 more. So yeah. Probably gonna have to dig out a little bit more of the wall here. Not a big deal, was planning on it anyway. So I have a lot of busy work. And so I have finalized the build somewhat. I mean, it's only just a square and nothing else really. Um, yeah, it's literally a square. I am planning to at least put on some pillars on the side to break up the fact that this is just a still wall. Uh, Probably gonna use black just to contrast the area a little bit because I use a lot of white there. Now I have some extra place to build. Well, yeah, build. And on the inside, it's still more of the same. Decided to not pull out all of the wires just yet. Might even change it to go one lower, just in case. Lanterns, can remove that with glowstone in the ceiling, but for now, didn't really matter. Uh, well, drew out the last two areas where I still needed stuff, the wires. So yeah, it is a neat little build, and I had something funny for the roof, which I hope to be able to show off. Let's hope that I can actually make it to the roof. Ah, I need to build. Here we go. So I decided on using solar panels. Basically, really cheap to make solar panels. Tier 1 is just glass, iron, and a bit of redstone with some wood. Tier 2 is just 8 of those, but with a piston in the middle. So yeah, this was already like a lot, but most of it iron. Not a big deal. And yeah, this actually is making me enough energy to run all of the machines for now. If I need more, I will build more and maybe improve upon the solar panels. But for now, this is enough. There we go. Now, I'm gonna be continuing the build. Again, the pillars on the side. Might need to actually draw a little bit of where I want the pillars to be. And here we have it. So, got the entire base done. It adds a little bit to the structure, but it doesn't really add too much. Again, this area is supposed to be all very soulless, let's just say. So, yeah. Got the dye factory, just need to work a little bit more on the dyes, but again, those pallets are gonna take a while before I finally finalize them. And yeah. So I'm thinking of changing mod packs. Just dropping it here now. Basically, I've been struggling a little bit with finding inspiration to actually build in this mod pack. And someone pointed me to a new mod pack that has been released recently. And I kind of want to try it out. Maybe do a couple of episodes. Again, try and actually build. Which, I mean, given my history, isn't really a huge thing I do. But yeah, so this is gonna be my last episode for season 3 for maybe a month, maybe longer. Probably longer if I think about it. And I'm gonna focus a little bit on the other mod pack, which should probably be out I'm thinking either the same week as this episode or the week after. Anyway, with that, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.